But no, what I was referring to was the fact that I've gone through a lot of testicular trauma in my lifetime, to the point where it's become a known running gag among a small group of my friends.
All right. Good to know, I guess.
But yeah, this is the point where I was setting up to increase my charge time for the stasis. So I've taken an extra 20 seconds off the charge time. So I think it's like 40 seconds or something for each charge. And as you'll see by my loot later, that I need less and less stasis as time goes by.
That's good to know.
But forget all that. We gotta hop an event again.
I never understand that. In this situation, I would never want to be an event.
Well, yes, in the outside of the meta of the game, this is a horrible, horrible idea. Because you don't exactly have a way to turn around.
Yeah.
Especially in that Sherman tank that Isaac's wearing.
Yeah,
and
not exactly be able to reach behind you much either. Of course, nothing in the events goes right either.
Yeah, I'm amazed that thing holds him up at all. Because I don't remember if it's ever said how much those things weigh, but it looks fairly heavy. Like even the advanced suits, which I'm pretty sure are made of more advanced materials and it's probably lighter, is still probably fairly heavy.
Yeah.
But this is the old shit, which is probably made out of the denser materials.
Yeah.
And yet somehow does not offer more protection.
Just increases your damage output somehow.
And why there's flamethrower fuel in a church, I'll never know. I mean, if this were Antarctica, it would make sense, but...
Well, it's like it spawns the ammo for your current weapons, so...
Oh, I know that. I know the meta of the game. I'm saying, like, why you would ever find this in a church storage room. I don't think I'd want to...
How else are they going to heat their buildings? They're
Well,
like propane tanks.
That's...
I
that
guess.
actually does kind of make sense.
It seems like a stretch. And the freaking thing disappeared on me.
Oh no, whatever will you do without...
It's the same stretch as the freaking, like, creatures still able to move in that kind of temperature.
Alright. No. Bad leaper.
I thought you said they weren't in the second game.
No. I said they are. I'm saying they're not they're not into the melee stuff like they were in the first game. They almost exclusively stick back and shoot you.
I thought you said that there were no babies. It was just dogs or something.
That was for Dead Space 3.
Yeah, that's Dead Space 3. There's still plenty of babies around. In fact, if anything, there's probably more babies around this time around because people are actually, legit couples having children and everything. Matter of fact, that's going to become even more apparent in the next chapter.
Alright, with all the pack and the toddlers and all that jazz.
Yeah. Well, oh no, there's another enemy related to that.
Oh joy.
Which is why I was so disappointed that it's like we're not going to have enough time to do chapter 6 tonight. I forget why I was standing here. I think what happened was I disconnected my controller or something, and I was trying to figure out why I wasn't moving.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Alright. Now what's in this room?
I believe this would be the actual, like, what do you call it? The place of worship. What the fuck is it called?
The chapel.
Yes, that. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word.
Oh.
Oh, it's one of those tripod things again.
That
The hell?
it was gonna try to ram that down my throat.
He uses like a baby as a
I just think it's a really long tongue. I don't think it's a baby.
But it had like arms and legs and everything.
Well,
Where's your god now? Judo
okay.
chop.
Oh, a Pitch Black reference. Thank you.
Reload, damn it!
Yeah, the reload time for this thing is abysmal. It's the only problem really that the flamethrower has.
In this very specific situation. That
On the
was almost very ugly.
Oh yeah. These things are absolute hell to fight in hard mode.
Oh man,
Because practically everything kills you in one hit early on. I think Zealot, it does more damage, or maybe they just have more health. I don't remember.
Time for you to go back to the store.
Yeah, it's too bad it's up the vent.
Oh, right. That won't stop you. You've got jet boots or whatever.
You're just overzealous about inventory management, aren't you?
I am.
Well, okay. To be fair, I'm like that too, but it's rivet bolts, and I don't really care.
It is a necessary evil.
I wouldn't say necessary, but it
I
does.
grew up on RPGs and the like. Inventory management is essential for
Well,
your
hey, you make it sound like I didn't either.
Yeah, really.
It's just in this particular case, 6 rivet bolts aren't gonna save me. And I think this is the point where I realized that I was like, you know what, fuck it, I gotta go up the stairs.
What are the rivet bolts for?
The rivet gun.
Which I assume you're not using.
That's the other weapon I never used, but I never bothered because that specifically was a DLC weapon, so I never really bothered with it. There was no achievements for it. There was no. I had a pulse rifle at the time. I didn't need the rivet gun.
I would suggest reloading at some point.
And there goes your leg, and there goes your face.
I really like that use of the stasis there.
Just making sure he's dead. Deader, I guess.
Longer in Uncuts.
Yes. Here, have your brother. And your sister.
Oh. That's enough of that.
I was like, shit, I used all the blades already. There's more enemies here, I know it. It's just I'm being very skittish right now, as per usual.
I can appreciate that.
Well, you're not a tank. Even though you're, wearing what could theoretically be a tank armor.
Well, the actual tank armor is called the Zealot armor, and yeah, it actually is a tank, and yet it's covered in unitology symbols.
Figures that the church would have all the tanks.
Yeah, they clearly have a better military than the actual military somehow.
There's your exploder.
Wonder what he was saying.
How could you miss? He was 3 feet in front of you.
That's what I keep asking.
I finally saw where that clip was from. I was like, I'm aware that's from something, and then I laughed my ass off. I was like, oh, it's from Mulan. Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Where she fires like a mortar rocket thing or whatever.
Onto, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
So far removed from this. It's not even funny.
Unless Shao Kahn was actually one of the.
No, not
I mean,
Shao
look at
Kahn.
his
That's
eyes,
Mortal Kombat.
man. He's clearly infected.
What is it? What is it with your like obsession with Khans? There's Spatula Khan, Shao Kahn, Genghis Khan.
Well, unfortunately, all of them are awesome. That was quick.
That's what a flamethrower is for.
Well, okay. To be fair, a stalker once you take off both its legs is kind of weak. But I'll find a way to get ripped up by one later. Well,
So-
not die from it, but you know it.
Oh,
beats
that's
the
what we
crap.
need.
It pounces on you.
To mean a dark room with candles and a marker.
happening to you, Isaac? You tried to kill yourself. Why do you think that is?
Because somebody handed a crazy guy a needle.
That's right. Ignore the pain. Bury it deep inside. Let me fester. Let me watch.
That is a nice voice filter they got. Very creepy.
Oh yes, very much so.
Gotta learn how they did that.
I'm sure it's probably not that difficult.
No, probably not.
That's just the statue of the marker, or is that the actual
That,
marker?
no, it's a statue.
Yeah, there's marker replicas everywhere in this game.
Dana, you still with me? I've reached the top of the church.
You're almost here. I'll be waiting.
Yay, we're done. Everything will be alright.
You don't really
Just
believe
like the
that, do
last
you?
time we went to
I
get
bet there's a
shuttle.
monster on the other side of that doorway when it opens. Because that would be just like this game. Or just, come into the elevator before it opens.
Yeah, remember when I said about ambushes in the elevator? This is literally the only time it happens.
Alright.
But of course, I spend the whole game wondering when's it gonna happen again. Or well, my first time through anyway. And then after that, I'm like, bullshit! You should have done that more often, because that's actually a very effective jump scare.
Yeah, that's very valid.
Look out the window. I want to see the scenery.
I wish I'd stuck around longer. I was hurrying for some reason. 10 seconds, by the way. Yeah, you'd think the environments would be more open, but not the case.
Oh well.
Wow.